Hey guys, Steve Trowbridge here. So, I'm actually here to talk about some wrestling, which there has been a lack of wrestling videos, and I apologize for that for those people that are subscribed to my channel that subscribe for my wrestling content. Um, so just found out. I don't know if it's exactly confirmed yet or not, but it sounds pretty official. But according to Facebook and Wikipedia, which I know isn't the most trustful website, but apparently Bobby Roode and Eric Young are done with TNA, and that's pretty sad, because both have been with TNA for a long time. Both are great wrestlers. Start off with Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode is done with TNA. He has been with TNA since 2004. Basically, TNA started in 2002, but 2004, they'd been a company for 2 years, and then, so Bobby Roode was he was almost like a TNA original, pretty much, and now he's gone, so he was there for 12 years, so, of course, I can already hear the people saying, oh, he should go to WWE, he should go to WWE, he should go to WWE, and maybe he will, and if he does, good for him. But even if he does go to WWE, it's just like when James Storm had like a extremely short stint on WWE, then went back to TNA. Even if he does go to WWE, I will still consider him a TNA guy, like always. I mean, it'd be just like if Randy Orton went to TNA, but you'd always think of him as a WWE guy. You wouldn't think of him as a TNA guy. So good for Bobby Roode. Good luck with whatever he does. I hope whatever he does, he ends up being happy. He's a great wrestler. Great as a heel or a face, but a really, really good heel. He was a really good heel back in when he had that great heel world title run back in like 2011 to 2012. He's had multiple world title runs. I forget how many world title runs has he had, like 3 or 4. Um, let's see. I can't remember how many times he held the world title. He is a two-time. Oh, I thought it was more than two, but yeah, two-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion. But he's the longest reigning TNA World Champion. So, he got the world title for a good amount of time, and he won it again. Um, but really, I think at the end of the day, because apparently, according to Wikipedia, Bobby Roode is 39 years old. So, I mean, he's been world champion twice. He was the longest reigning TNA world champion. You know, um, 8-time TNA World Tag Team Champion. I mean, he had a lot of success in TNA. He's been face multiple times, heel multiple times. You know, so really, I mean, at a certain point, it's like, what else can you really do with him that's new? I mean, it would have been cool if they'd made him the TNA World Champion again. I mean, the guy's great, but it's like it's sad that he's gone. It's sad that he has been that he left. But I mean, like I said, I mean, it's like at a certain point, what else can you really do with him? That you haven't really done with him. It is sad because Beer Money just got back together a few months ago, and I really thought that was really cool. But and hey, maybe now TNA will now that Beer Money is done, I guess, since Bobby Roode left, maybe TNA can take James Storm, push him as a single star, and give him that world title run that he never really got. I mean back in 2011 when the Roode Storm feud started, like he had the title for like a week and then lost it to Bobby Roode. But I think that TNA should take advantage of this, and I know Drew Galloway is the world champion, and Drew Galloway deserves it, man. I mean, let me go off on that for just a second. Drew Galloway, just really talented wrestler, just really talented, completely misused in WWE, completely misused, just being made to look like a joke in a stupid tag team 3-man band or whatever it was, just completely made to look like a joke, and just completely misusing his talent. He goes to TNA, and the guy's treated like he deserves to be treated. Good for him for winning the TNA World Champion. I know that there are some people, there are a lot of people, a lot of fans who just bash TNA for the sake of bashing TNA because it's the cool thing to do, apparently. But you know what? It's what Drew Galloway deserves. He deserves to be a main eventer. He deserves to be pushed like a main eventer and treated like a main eventer. He is a main eventer, in my opinion. I mean, he has got what it takes to be a great main eventer. You know, the guy's a great wrestler. He's solid on the microphone. So good for him for becoming world champion. Really good for him. Um, EC3 as well. EC3, in my opinion, has been one of the best things about TNA these last few years. He's been amazing heel work. He's not the best wrestler of all time, but he's pretty decent, you know. I mean, again, another talent that was really seriously misused and overlooked in WWE that went to TNA and really just showed what he could do. So good for them. And see, that's another thing. You know, it's like Bobby Roode was with TNA for 12 years, and he's 39 years old. Um, Not that, I mean, Kurt Angle's 46, 47, he still wrestled, but, you know, even though Bobby Roode is awesome, he is an awesome talent, and he is a TNA original, he can kind of be considered as the old crop now, you know, the old guy of TNA, you know. They do have to move on at some point, and maybe guys like Drew Galloway and EC3 and Bram and who's another guy? Mike Bennett. Guys like that can be the next TNA main eventers, the new, you know, crop of world stars for TNA. You know, for them to build up as top main eventers for TNA, the next generation for TNA. You know, and it's pretty much the same deal with Eric Young. I think Eric Young is like 37. I think he's a few years younger than Bobby Roode, but still the same deal. I mean, he's been there for almost the 12 years as well. You know, he's had a lot of success in TNA. He also became the world champion at one point. It was kind of a long shot because, I mean, Eric Young really isn't. I mean, he's a very good wrestler, very, very good wrestler. I mean, I thought the World Class Maniac thing, I thought he did a really good job with that. I mean, he really did good with anything that they handed to him, honestly. But, you know, I think him as world champion was kind of a long shot anyways, but he had a lot of success in TNA too, and he had a really good run. They both had a good run with TNA. Both TNA originals. Sad to see them leave, but yeah, it's pretty much the same deal with Eric Young. I mean, like, what you know, what else can you really do with him? I mean, he's been face, he's been heel. You know, he played a comedic relief character for a while, and then he eventually became serious again. Has been like played a more serious character the past few years. So yeah, it's like, what else can you really do with him as well? You know, you pretty much did everything you really could with him. So, you know, still, it's sad to see these two guys that have been with the company for so long leave. It really is, but I don't know. Both great wrestlers. I respect both of them. And if they do end up going to WWE, then good for them, you know, if that's what they want. Although I will say it would be kind of ridiculous if they went to WWE and they put them in NXT. Because, I mean, at this point, they're both like, what, 10-plus year veterans? More than that. They're both in their mid-30s. Bobby Roode is 39. He's not far off from hitting that big 40. You know, I mean, if WWE did pick him up, I mean, what would be the point of putting him in NXT? It's just like they're putting Samoa Joe in NXT and Austin Aries, apparently, I think. And however they were going to put James Storm in TNA. It's like, James Storm in NXT, but I don't know. Anyways, that's getting off topic, but again, sad to see these guys go, but they had a really good run in TNA. They will be missed, and you know, sad to see them go, but you know, what else could you really do with them, you know? So, oh well. But so, you know, Bobby Roode, Eric Young, you had a good run in TNA. Sad to see you go. Hope you guys are happy with whatever you choose to do afterwards. So, yeah. But anyways, that's it for this video. I'll try to make more wrestling videos. I haven't really been watching a ton of wrestling lately. I don't know why. I just haven't been for some reason. I apologize for that. But I will try to I'll try to watch like maybe some of the TNA because I think I can get TNA on demand. And I watched Raw actually this Monday, which it was Raw. I mean, it had some. I mean, that's a whole other video. But I might do a video on Raw or something. But yeah, that's a whole other video. But anyways, that's it for this video. Comment, what do you think? Like, subscribe if you want to. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.